Channeling the band Europe, it's the final countdown. Election day is tomorrow, and the race is coming down the wire as both candidates hone in on some crucial battleground states that could tip the scales for the presidency and control of Congress. Vice President Harris is focusing her attention on Pennsylvania today with star-studded Get Out the Vote concerts in both Pittsburgh and Philly. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is also headed to the critical swing state today. He will also campaign in Michigan and in North Carolina. Here's a live look, actually, from North Carolina, where we're expecting the former president to speak very, very shortly. We'll bring those remarks to you as soon as he starts speaking. Meanwhile, during a rally yesterday in Pennsylvania, the former president noticed an opening in the ballistic glass that protects him during outdoor events, and he suggested that he would not mind if someone shot at members of the press. Listen.
To get me, somebody would have to shoot through the fake news. And I don't mind that so much. I don't mind.
CBS News campaign reporter Libby Cathey is following the Trump campaign. Libby, my guess is that you, or at least some of our colleagues, were in the crowd yesterday when the former president was speaking. What was the reaction? I'm curious. We know that Donald Trump has used violent remarks and language that some deem unpresidential in his campaign rallies. But I'm curious how the audience reacted when he made that comment.
Yeah, good to be with you, Vlad. Well, my colleagues, Olivia Rinaldi and Jake Rosen were there in the audience. And when this comment was said, it really rattled reporters, obviously, but the crowd seeming to enjoy it, kind of cheering along with Trump. Now, this is just one part of an escalation of rhetoric we've seen from the former president in the closing days of his campaign. He also said there, in addition to saying, joking about someone shooting through the press, he said he shouldn't have left the White House in 2020. People saying this language is really concerning, and while some on the campaign say, let Trump be Trump in these closing days, there are others who say they're concerned that this could hurt him with Republican voters who have not yet made it to the polls yet, with undecided voters. So it's really to be seen here, Vlad, but absolutely rattling those comments last night. People shaken by them, and we will see if he continues to double down on them here today in Raleigh.
You've been traveling with the Trump camp for some time, Libby. One of the things that is always interesting, because the former president, is so keen on highlighting and pumping up the numbers of people that attend his rallies. What is the size of the crowd there today? Because one of the things that I noticed back in 2015, 2016 is the crowds for former President Trump before he was elected the first time around grew almost every week leading up to the election. I feel like we're seeing that with Kamala Harris. And there have been some reports that the crowd sizes have been dwindling at Trump rallies, including for J.D. Vance. So I'm just curious. I know the cameras are trained in a particular spot there, but what's the size like around you?
You're exactly right, Vlad. We have seen this trend with Trump campaigns, kind of the opposite of what we saw in 2020 and 2016. The crowd sizes have been kind of dwindling. This is the 5th event in North Carolina where he has not filled this arena so far. I'm looking over here, I'm looking behind me, you can't quite see it, but there are empty seats here. And now I know this arena's capacity is 7,500 people. That includes the floors on the seats on the ground. It's 5,000 people just in the arena seats, and that's several thousand people. Also, it's a Monday morning, we'll note. But no, the crowd is not full here, and this is one of several events in the last couple of days where in North Carolina he has not filled the arena.
Yeah, I can even see behind you there, Libby, on the sides there. It looks like there are a lot of empty seats. Again, this was just something that I remarked back in 2015 as the Hillary Clinton campaign seemed very enthusiastic about their chances of winning the presidency. And I just thought to myself, wow, Trump is getting thousands and thousands of people at his rallies. She might not win this. So it's an interesting observation there from you in North Carolina this morning. Libby Cathey, always great to have you. Thanks, Libby.